Hello, my name is Singoma Ben, aka Africa's finest chef. That's what people know. I'm a chef by profession. I am from Fort Portal, the tourism city. Yeah, and that is my name. I'm very passionate, and possibly I am very particular with what I do. I'm very passionate, like I said, and I love what I do. Yes, I decided to become a chef past 15 years now, and making a decision was not a hard way. I started up a feeling of cooking when I was very young, living with my grandmother in the ages. Sorry, he rest in peace, she died. And my grandmother inspired me to who I am right now. At the age of 9, I felt I should cook, where I was actually making a few meals at home, and everybody was really loving the meals. And that made me understand that I can cook. And the fact that I was a little talented from way back, it gives me courage to understand that I can become a very good chef. Here I am. I'm a great chef. I've gotten several of these signature dishes, several of them, like any other good chef. But a simple signature that I've done way back, because I believe in tradition. I've copied a little from these cuisines, the continental cuisines, and I had to create my own, which is just simpler from the rack, from the rack of Gottfried's. It couldn't be my favorite, but it's a signature I created, and everybody was like, yeah, this is dope. Just a few herbs in it, have it marinated nicely, and then you can do the roast, or possibly you do any production that you want, which really gives a very major taste. And it has a signified recipe, which is just a simple lemon and honey. My favorite dish to prepare, by the way, is simpler, but it's popular. Everybody has done that. Every chef has done that, which is just a simple steak, yeah? And this is a 1 minute steak, yeah? If it's better, it's really good for the Western, with the Western clientele, the white people, what we call white people, not the local people. It's just a simple 1 minute steak. Just have it marinated simpler, and it will take between a minute and it is served. You understand? Simple marination, salt and pepper, and then put 1 minute, half a minute, and then it's served. Yeah, a simpler description of my overall cooking philosophy is very simpler. My food has a story. I believe everything I pull out has a story, and my story of my cooking has to elevate the client that I'm cooking for. So if my meal does not impress somebody to have an experience with it, then I have no philosophy. But my background of cooking is very straight. I look forward to create an experience with the clientele or any person I've invited in my home, and that gives me a philosophy of my cooking. It gives memory. Yeah? My foods are memorable. As simple as that. Yes, my signified vegetarian breakfast is very simple. Actually, I've created the recipe. One of my breakfast item on my menu that have made a popularity index on my menu for the last 2 years and featured in my menu, because I revise my menu every 6 months. It is called just a simple vegetable delight. And the recipe to that is very simple. Have your plantain, potatoes, have spinach and white sauce. Just a simple salt and pepper and cream or milk. You'll have the best breakfast. What you do, have all these plantain cuts, potatoes, deep fried, yeah? Pass it a little cinnamon and flour, put it in the deep fryer if you can deep fry them, or grill on the pan. Then toss your onions, your garlic, and then toss the spinach with all the plantains and potatoes all together. Add your cream or white sauce, season with salt and pepper or aromat. You'll have the best breakfast, vegetarian breakfast in your life. And trust me, you'll thank me later. I think I've had no experience with the worst meals in my career. I've not had any of it. But what I think I've made earlier that it really does not impress people is mukene, simple mukene, which I'd never prepared before because I've never been taught how to make mukene before. But I believe my experience with meals has been straight in what I want to produce for the client. But one time, it was during lockdown, and I had no option with a few colleagues, and I prepared mukene. Really, it has a scent that is different, and my colleagues never liked it. A few liked it, I never liked it, which could be one of the least worst. But I don't think it would be worst. But I don't think in my career I've had the worst meal. No, I've prepared the worst meal. No. Yes, it's very simpler, like any other chef in the kitchen. My best three tools that I can't do without, of course, is a knife. Yeah, my first item is a knife. I can't do without a knife in the kitchen. And my second item maybe in the kitchen I can't do without is my food temperature gun. Yeah, my food temperature gun is there. Possibly I can't do without it. And maybe the third item I can't do without it in the kitchen. Maybe a pan or something. A pan, maybe a chopper or something. I can't do without it. But basically my three items, if I have a knife, I have maybe a lighter. Yeah, lighter for my gas or whatever I'm going to use. Three things. Definitely I will have everything on set. Oh yes, for the last 14 years that I've been in the cooking industry, what I've added in the cooking industry is simple. I'm not a politician, but I advocate for peace, yeah, in the cooking industry. One, I've managed to have a show that runs on the TV for the last 2 years, which I believe have helped the cooking industry and those people who are passionate with the food to learn from it. It's unpayable, but I've invested my money to the extent that I feel I've invested enough to make somebody learn cooking basic at home, whatever, where they are, and which I believe have added so much impact to the cooking industry or the culinary art in the country, and also supporting the togetherness of the chefs in different associations, and which I subscribe to Uganda Professional Chefs Union, which literally is helping everybody, every chef here to be reorganized and get better pay, advocating with the government to make sure the chefs are paid very well, recognized and respected like they do in the whole world, which is not here in Uganda. I believe I've done something. Yes, for the young ones that are getting inspired with me, any profession has challenges, but there's no challenge that cannot be force-trained or something. Because one, you need to understand every career has a challenge, which also cooking industry has a challenge, with lots of delays, payments with the directors and all that. And then terminations. You're terminated for no reason, and then you have no pay. But hey, there's a lot to achieve in this career if you're very resilient and enough, you know what you want passionately. One, you need to be disciplined enough. You need to double your effort and hard work. One that you need not forget is you need to know that God has to be involved in everything, which is the basic achievements. There's a lot of achievements. Chefs are paid so much money. You're having 14 million a month, 10 million a month, and 5 million a month. So it's the best profession that you can choose on this world, if I may say.